What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land, and of course, it is that time of year once again, Nintendo Direct speculation. We're now officially in the month of September, and we are approaching the technically second week of September already, and it's very, very exciting. We're about to dig into a whole bunch of rumors and leaks and stuff, but apparently, the Direct that's coming up is going to be a big one, showcasing tons of new games, remasters, and tons of exciting information. I can't wait to dive into this with you guys. Of course, lots of this is just rumors right now, so take everything you hear today with a grain of salt until Nintendo confirms anything. But right now, it's looking like the Nintendo Direct is apparently going to air the week of the 12th, which is not this week coming up, but the following week, which is still a little odd to me because that is the week of Tokyo Game Show, which I believe starts on Thursday. So yes, they could hurry up and squeeze a Direct on Wednesday, the day before. We know Nintendo loves to do things during Tokyo Game Show by bringing either their games or third-party games there as well, and I feel like they would want to get those out ahead of time. Nintendo has done that every single year, always went a week before. So if that's the case, we could be seeing a Direct as early as this upcoming Wednesday or Thursday. But I'm going the week of the 12th. That's what a lot of people are saying. We'll see what happens, but within the next 2 weeks, we're definitely getting a Nintendo Direct, and Jeff Grubb actually has stated that it is pretty much 100%. But let me talk about what else that he has stated as well. On a recent podcast with Mike Minotti and Jeff Grubb on the Game Mess podcast, they went together and talked about all these things that's going to be happening. And if you've seen online, there's been lots of talk about a Zelda-themed Direct or even a GameCube-themed Direct. But all we know is that there is going to be some GameCube games, and a lot of those seem to be like Zelda right now. So it's a little bit of both, but not literally leaning towards one or the other. So don't get your hopes up for unlimited GameCube games or unlimited information on Zelda. They're just going to probably touch on some GameCube and some Zelda information. But to get into their podcast, they pretty much just confirmed that yes, there is 100% a Nintendo Direct happening in September, and it's probably happening the week of the 12th. They also go on to say that what they've heard was that Zelda, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker are going to happen. That is pretty much a lock as well. And don't worry, Metroid fans, Jeff Grubb is still holding to his guns on Metroid Prime remasters, saying that that is definitely happening, and he definitely thinks it's going to happen here because he's still thinking it's going to happen this holiday around November of a release, which would be super exciting as well. So it looks like we're getting two classic Zelda games and of course a Metroid Prime game, which is super exciting. It's kind of what we've been expecting, and it's rumors that we've been hearing about for the last couple of years. Of course, everyone's hoping that this is true, and I'm just hoping it's true because we can finally, put these rumors to rest and just say, finally, these games are coming. I'm obviously super excited to play them, but I'm just super excited to stop talking about these games. I'm tired of these remasters and remakes and ports and whatever they are. I'm tired of them. Release these games, Nintendo. Interesting enough, though, Jeff Grubb does think that we will finally get the name of Breath of the Wild 2 and says that that's probably something to expect as well, and this is where people think it's going to be a Zelda blowout. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. That is technically 3 games being touched during the Direct that are all Zelda, so yeah, kind of a Zelda blowout, but I definitely see that happening simply because of the fact that we haven't seen anything Zelda at all this year. It's been kind of a blank slate with nothing to really talk about. So we are definitely due for Zelda content, especially if the game is releasing early next year. Yeah, please at least tell us the title of the game. And if I'm guessing if they're going to show us the title, they're probably going to show us more about the game itself. They're not going to just talk about the title, unless they say here's the title, and then you're going to have to wait for a Zelda-focused Direct later on or something. That could very well happen. I kind of want that to happen in a weird way. I think they, give more focus on Zelda itself, separate it from the other games and announcements. But yeah, looks like we're getting a lot of Zelda information talked about here, but there's still more to talk about here. We have another kind of leak / rumor to look at from Liam Robertson on Twitter, and it states, we're going to do a lot of winning this month. GameCube Nation with little fist up. And I'm not quite sure where this one's going to because a lot of people have been guessing down below in the comments what that could mean, and Liam Robertson keeps saying, I see what you guys are getting at, but it's not what you guys think, or something like that, but just keep saying GameCube Nation. So I don't know what else it is that we could think. I mean, GameCube Nation probably, to me, at least sounds like we're going to be getting a lot of GameCube games, unless the games that he's talking about are the ones that Jeff Grubb mentioned, such as the Zelda ports with Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and of course Metroid Prime. Maybe those are the only GameCube games. I don't know if that's necessarily worth the GameCube Nation tweet, I guess. I don't know. But maybe there's more. I don't know. But there could be more, considering the fact that also Emily Rogers, probably one of the most trusted sources, comes out and says, yes, they are developing a whole bunch of GameCube remasters. rumors. And she says, no, it's true, Nintendo's going crazy with remasters and remakes. Rogers wrote, most of the remasters mentioned in this thread are either in development or under serious consideration at Nintendo. The games mentioned in this thread included F-Zero GX, Metroid Prime, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and Pikmin 1 and 2, interesting enough. Now, I have no clue about the F-Zero GX one. That one just sounds like it's just not gonna happen. I could be wrong, I just don't see F-Zero coming back anytime soon still. And if it does, I don't know if it'll be in this direct. I just feel like it's still a little too soon with all this stuff apparently getting announced. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, that'd be cool for F-Zero fans. You know, I'm personally not a huge fan of the series, but to see it kind of be revived again in 2022, almost 2023, would be a special thing for sure. But the one that stood out for me, Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2? We know we just got Pikmin 3 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch, but to have 1 and 2 as well, I almost feel like it should have been packaged in with Pikmin 3 in just a 3-pack, but you know Nintendo, they're so freaking weird. So at least a 2-pack with 1 and 2 would be really cool. Pikmin 2 is such a good game. It's still my favorite Pikmin, one of my favorite Nintendo games of all time. Oh my goodness, that would be a huge grab for me. So with those games coming, I know a lot of people still want to see Pikmin 4 or Pikmin World, whatever the next big Pikmin game is going to be, whatever Pikmin's going to do, like for crying out loud, what is it? I'm sure like fans will definitely like to have these games to hold off still, I guess, a little while longer until Pikmin 4. But yeah, I mean, that is a GameCube blowout if all these games happen for sure. That could be awesome, and when I think about all these GameCube games that could be coming to Switch, I still think of things like Smash Melee having a chance. That'd be really cool, right? Or having something like Kirby Air Ride, and of course the big one to me, whenever I hear the word GameCube game, I go straight to Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. If there's one thing that Nintendo really needs to prove right now, I think with the Mario spin-off titles, is that Paper Mario is still alive. And they need to prove that they are listening to fans and that they can make a proper Paper Mario game again. And what better way to go back to the original formula than just literally going back to what made Paper Mario so good in the first place? I know there was, I think, a brief rumor a long time ago that Paper Mario 64 could be getting a remake, but I would love, and I mean love, I think I could actually die and go to heaven if the Thousand Year Door gets a remake on the Switch. I think I can actually literally pass out. As long as the remake doesn't include some weird wonky different battle system or something stupid, man, I need that from Nintendo. This is looking like a pretty stacked direct. I mean, all those things are just kind of remakes and remasters. Imagine if they had, you know, also 1 or 2 big announcements that were brand new announcements for the next year. You know, we still don't really know what's coming next year besides Zelda. So, you know, I also think we're in the right time zone for the next big 3D Mario game. So maybe we'll see a glimpse of that, you know, since the Mario movie is also coming out next year. One can only hope. This could be a very big direct, guys, and we could be getting it very soon, but let me know in the comments down below if there is anything else that you guys are excited for with this direct. Are there any other rumors or leaks that you have heard about? Anything else that you want to discuss about what you would like to see during this show? Definitely put them down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Nintendo Direct and just Nintendo in general, and like always, I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys.